You know, Ron, you're not the only one in transition. Each and every one of us in here is in a transition stage right now. The main thing is don't get trapped in transition. Right. In other words, don't get in between a rock and a hard place and act like you don't have no place to go when everything is closed in around you. God ain't moving you out of where you was to leave you and not take you somewhere He's got planned for you to be. Amen.
Amen.
Amen. I'm having problems with it. I mean, I put these glasses on and everything gets blurry, and I look up and I'm like, whoa. But when I look down, I'm okay. It's just, hey,
there you go.
I found a happy medium right there. Praise God. Amen. Matthew chapter 22. I've been excited about this. The Lord had spoke this word to me, and Matthew chapter 22. And the Lord spoke this word to me, and I've been overly excited about it. I couldn't wait to get to church tonight. I thought I was going to preach it to myself, but I changed up. I was reading Scripture, and the Lord's good. Amen.
Yes, He is.
Amen. And aren't you glad that He supplies everything you need?
Amen.
You think about what that entitles. He supplies everything you need. You need a sacrifice. He became the sacrifice.
Yes, He did.
Amen. He supplied for our salvation. He supplied that because He loves us so much that all He wants us to do is have a relationship with Him. He supplies everything we need. And can we take some of the reverb? This is echoed. Is killing me. What do I do?
Knob at the very top. You're on the first channel.
The blue.
Yeah.
Is that better? Is that better?
Sounds better to me.
Is that better? Ooh, there we go. That's better than me. I sound like I was reaching in out of the attic or something.
Yeah. Sound like you was in a cave.
Yeah. Verse 1. And Jesus answered and spake unto them again by a parable and said, The kingdom of heaven is like unto a certain king which made a marriage for his son, and sent forth his servants to call them that were bidden to the wedding, and they would not come. Again he sent forth the other servants, saying, Tell them which are bidden, Behold, I have prepared my dinner. My oxen and my fatlings are killed, and all things are ready. Come unto the marriage. See, the king has prepared everything. He made everything. He had everything ready. All he needed and all he wanted was people to come. And the remnant took his servants and entered, entreated them spitefully, and slew them. But when the king heard thereof, and was wroth, and he sent forth his armies, and destroyed those murderers, and burned up their city, then saith he to his servants, The wedding is ready, but they which were bidden were not worthy. Go ye therefore into the highway, and as many as you shall find, bid to the marriage. So that those servants went out into the highways, and gathered together all as many as they found, both bad and good. And the wedding was furnished with guests. And when the king came in to see the guests, he saw there a man which had not a wedding garment. And he said unto him, Friend, now camest thou in hither, not having a wedding garment? And he was speechless. Then said the king to the servants, Bind him hand and foot, and take him away, and cast him into the outer darkness. There shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth. For many are called, but a few are chosen. So now we have a king that was preparing a wedding, and he sent out for guests to come to the wedding. And they went out and they bid them to come, and some wouldn't come. This is still like an echo. I need to do something here because that's driving me nuts.
Turn it off.
Yeah, turn it all the way off.
How was it? No, I can't turn it all the way off. I've got to have something to talk into. You know how I am.
How about the echo? Turn it all the way off.
Which one is it? The blue one?
Yeah, blue one up top.
Well, you know what? I just turned everything down now.
No, you're good.
Do you hear me?
Good.
Yeah, we hear you.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
How would you?
Well, she can't hear me. That's all right. Anyhow, the king bid for him to come.
Okay.
Can you come and fix this? They wouldn't come, so they sent some more out to bring more in. Then he had guests. And he went in to see the guests that had came, and he found a man that was there that did not have the garment. See, when they would bring them in, when they would invite them in, they would give them the garment that they would have to wear. You know, they would take the garment and they'd give it to them. So it ain't like it wasn't provided to them. For whatever reason why he didn't put the garment on, I don't know. But when he came in without wearing his garment, and the king saw him. See, we can't come into the throne of God. We can't come into God without the garment that he has put on us. He's provided us for us. He has given it to us. But the king says, you don't have a garment. How did you get in? How did you get by? So he told the servants to take the man and bind him and cast him out into outer darkness. Now, I want to tell you, I thank God tonight that he gives us the garment. You know, I preached here not too long ago about the garment and how garments, right, you were known by the garment that you wore. And I used the example of blind Bartimaeus when he had the garment and everybody recognized him as being a blind man because the garment that he wore signified him being a blind man. There was a certain garment and a certain robe that a priest would wear, and when you saw them, you knew that he was a priest. Whatever you had on, that is how he was represented. We see a man walking down the street today wearing blue with a badge on, we automatically know he's a law officer.
Yeah.
We see a man sometimes down around the courthouse wearing a suit automatically. Wow, he must be an attorney.
Or a lawyer.
Or a lawyer.
Well, it's a lawyer, same thing.
An attorney, a lawyer. You would never think that if you seen a man walking into a courtroom wearing bib overalls that he was the judge. But there was one down there that used to do it, Dan O'Hannon. He used to get in there wearing overalls. He would have his robe over his overalls. But anyhow, the garment represented who he was. And y'all remembered when I was preaching that time about blind Bartimaeus and how when he sat there and everybody recognized him as blind Bartimaeus and told him to hold his peace and be quiet, and you're a blind man, that's who you are, that's the way you're going to stay. And he got irritated and he jumped up when Jesus called him and he stripped off his garment and he followed after Jesus in the way. And I'm telling you, I don't believe that Jesus left him without any clothes on. I believe that Jesus, when he said go whatever way you want to, and he followed after Jesus, I believe that Jesus gave him a garment to wear. I believe that when they followed after him and they were recognized it, and with Jesus, even the garment that he wore had an anointing in them. So the garments that we put on and the garments that we take off is very important to us. And I know that in the book of Zechariah and chapter 3 and verse 4 it says, take away the filthy garments. I have caused the iniquity to pass from thee. I will clothe thee in a change of raiment. Take off that dirty, nasty, filthy garment. Take it off because you have been born again. You are new. He said, I've caused your iniquities to pass from you. Do not wear that garment any longer. We got to be almost like blind Bartimaeus was when he said, I'm not a blind man no more. I don't need a blind man garment no more. I don't need to be sitting there being identified as a blind man because that's not who I am. That may be who I was, but that's not who I am.
That's right.
Amen. He says, take off that old filthy garment. Take off the filthy garment. Oh, I'm telling you what. Have you ever tried to put some clean clothes over top of dirty ones? Woo! Been around some teenage boys before and they got some nice clean clothes on. And you look at them and say, why didn't you get a shower? Why didn't you change your garments? I did. No, you didn't. I ain't trying to be nasty, but there's a certain smell that comes from that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you all know what I mean.
Yeah.
See what happens so many times. People try to come into the church house and they try to put on the church house garment. They try to put on that stuff to make them look good. But underneath, they still got the filthy rags that they've worn for a long time. They still got the identification that they've had for a long time. Once we come here and once we go in there, we do not live in the same things that we used to live in. We can't do the same things that we used to do. What used to work for us at one time, it don't work for us no more.
Amen.
You cannot no longer be identified as what you was before. I'm tired of hearing Christian people say, well, I'm just a sinner. No, you're not a sinner. Not if you've been born again and bought by the blood of the Lamb. You are no longer a sinner. You are now a child of the Most High King.
Amen.
Amen. That's right.
Amen. It's time to unbutton those filthy garments because he's got something new for us. Like I said, blind Bartimaeus, I don't believe that he left him naked. I believe that he took some clothing and he put on him. Over in Isaiah, it tells us in chapter 61, verse 10, you can write it down or you can try to get there if you want to. He said, I will greatly rejoice in the Lord. My soul shall be joyful in my God, for he hath clothed me with the garment of salvation. He hath covered me with the robe of righteousness. As a bridegroom decketh himself with ornaments, and a bride adorneth herself with jewels. Oh, my. He has clothed me in righteousness. He has given me He has clothed me in salvation, and he's given me a robe of righteousness. In other words, guess what? Yes, in the flesh, we may have sinful nature. But I like what Brian said. When a word comes out of my mouth, I immediately ask God to forgive me because God is clothing him. We may not have the full garment on at one time, but my God, as long as we keep striving for it, as long as we keep praying for it, as long as we keep repenting of those things that still creep up upon us every once in a while, he is still clothing us. He has still poured out his grace upon us. He has still poured his mercy out upon us. He is still leading us. He is still teaching us, and he is still bringing us up to where he wants us to be. He is getting us out of the sinful gutters of the world, raising us up, cleaning us up, and putting on some new clothes.
Amen.
Amen. We got to want it. We got to want it. My goodness, I remember as a kid, the worst thing you could ever tell me to do, go take a bath and change your clothes. Yeah. I used to start fit with Mom, didn't I, Mom? I wanted to be outside. I wanted to be dirty. I wanted to play in the mud. Yeah. Whew. I didn't know what it was to sit around the house playing video games. And sometimes when I didn't want to be outside, I had to be outside anyhow because Dad was a strict one and said, you ain't sitting in here all day long. It's nice. It's pretty. Get out there and get some fresh air. It didn't hurt me none.
No.
It didn't hurt me none. But man, they have to come in and take a bath. I don't know how many times I got in trouble for going in the bathroom, turning on the water a little bit, wetting my hair and drying off, putting on my PJs and jumping in the bed. They ain't ever going to know that I didn't get clean.
Yes, they will.
They ain't going to know that I got clean pajamas on. I got clean hands. I got wet hair. Oh, that's just covering it up. That used get on to me and say, why do you got to use so much cologne for? If you would take a shower, I'm trying to cover it up. I figured if I didn't smell bad, I didn't look bad. Now, come on, we do this to God. We just halfway get it done. Amen? We halfway get it done. A lot of times I get up, throw on my clothes, wet my hair, comb it, and I'm out the door. And I say, Lord, hope I don't see. That's all right. The only one that's got to be close enough to me to know it is my wife, and she's sleeping, so it don't matter. No, we do that to God. We just halfway clean it up.
Yeah.
But I'm here to tell you that He wants you to take off all those dirty garments. He wants you to get rid of all that filth. He don't want you living in that filth. He don't want you living in that dirtiness. He has cleansed you from that. And He's given you a garment. He's given you clothing of salvation and a garment of righteousness. I want you to hear that. There's a garment of righteousness. He's not telling you to put on something that He's not supplying to. See, the king didn't tell the guests not to put on something that He already didn't give them to put on. He gave them the garment. They chose not to put it on. He said, you ain't welcome here. Oh my God. If we try to get past the gates of heaven and we're still wearing these sinful garments that Jesus had washed us from, that Jesus had cleansed us from, then we still got them on. And I don't care how bad you tried to hide it from the church member. I don't care how bad you tried to hide it from the preacher. Guess what? There ain't really nothing that you can hide, because God reveals things. And everybody, and you know, I know more things than what you all think that I know, because God speaks to. I don't dare call anybody out, but I know what to pray about. I know who to talk to. I know what to say, because God can reveal things. Amen. Yeah. Man, I'll tell you what, you ought to be glad I'm the pastor who wanted to keep my job. Not that I get paid anyhow, but God's going to use me no matter where I'm at.
Yep.
As an evangelist, you go out and people come up for prayer, and you're standing there and you're looking at them, and they say, man, I don't know why, but I've been suffering from headaches real bad. Yeah. My eyes hurt, my head hurts, my throat's burning. How much dope have you been smoking? Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm like, did you just tell me that? And they said, no. How do I know? When a husband and wife is having problems, and you look at the husband and say, you really want to salvage your marriage? Yeah, I do. Shut the porn off your computer. Mm-hmm. How do you know that? If I didn't know it, how do I know it?
Oh, amen. Amen.
If you ain't been telling nobody, and all of a sudden I'm telling you what you done, how do I know it?
Amen.
God.
Amen.
Yeah. I can't hardly stay away. Get off the pain pills.
Right. Yep.
The people think they're hiding things. Lord, I want your new robe of righteousness, but I like to keep the t-shirt of the dope smoker. Woo. I want to be shod with the preparation of the gospel, but I like for my feet and my shoes to be able to walk into the places that I should not be at.
Nope. Nope.
If you got shod with the preparation of the gospel, you can't go into the street bars no more.
That's right.
If you're shod with the preparation of the gospel, you can't go into local taverns no more. Well, however,
right.
I know some people that do, but when they go in talking about Jesus, and they go in and singing Amazing Grace, and they go in witnessing the people, and they'll drink a Pepsi, then they leave.
I've done that.
Well, they're letting their good be spoken evil of now. When they're good be spoken evil of if they, well, I'm going to witness to everybody else, but I ain't there going to witness to that crowd. That's when all your good just got spoken evil of.
That's right.
But these garments, God puts them on you. A robe of righteousness. Oh my God, I want you to hear a robe of righteousness.
Amen.
He clothes you with salvation and gives you the robe of righteousness. Woo!
Come on.
My God. In other words, if I'm not walking the way that I say that I'm walking and somebody's watching it, they're not seeing that robe of righteousness. I'm telling you what, I don't see the church very much anymore wearing the robe of righteousness. They take it off just whenever they want to. They take it off when it's convenient for them, and they put it back on when it's convenient for them. It ain't a coat. It's not a raincoat. You can't put it on and take it off when the seasons changes, when the rain changes, when the sun comes out. If you got the robe on, you got to keep it on.
Amen.
In Genesis chapter 37, we're told a story about a young man named Joseph. His father loved him more than he did his other children. He loved him more than his other sons because it was by the love of his life. And his father Jacob made Joseph a coat of many colors. And Joseph put that coat on and he wore the coat proudly because it was something that his daddy gave him. Now his brothers looked at Joseph wearing this coat and they hated him. They despised him. They didn't have nothing good to say about him. Every time they speak about him, it would be ill feelings. They hated Joseph because their father loved him. They hated Joseph because he wore this special coat. I can imagine some of the things they said to him. Oh, look at the little pretty boy. Look at Daddy's favorite. Don't you just want to take him out and throw him in a pit somewhere? And they did. He didn't take his coat off. I'm here to tell you tonight that when God gives you the robe of righteousness, He don't just pass some things out freely. You've got to do something to earn that. You've got to come and say, Lord, you're my daddy. Lord, I love you. Lord, I'm going to serve you. Lord, I want to build your kingdom. And then He says here, take off that old, nasty, stinking, smelling garment and leave it down there. And let me give you something new to wear. And then we got the robe of righteousness. And I'm telling you, once we put on the robe of righteousness, people ain't going to like you. The enemy, the devil, automatically starts plotting against killing you. You're not going to be the favorite person. With the robe of righteousness, you've got to say, what does say the Lord? You wear that robe. You can't just take it off because somebody's laughing at you. You can't just take it off because somebody hates you. You can't just take it off because somebody planned to hurt you. You can't just take it off because somebody might kill you. If I lived in my life worried about what people were saying, I would just quit living. In the world, there's people that didn't like me. In the church world, there's some people that don't like me. But my God loves me.
Amen.
He loves me so much, Brother Darrell, He gave me a special robe to wear.
Yes, He did.
He cleaned me up, honey. He's giving me a robe. Man, society may look at you and just say, man, you still got that old dirty robe on. I know what you once was. I know what you once did. I know how you used to act. Yeah, I ain't going to stand up here and lie in front of nobody. I did used to smoke a lot of marijuana, and I did do a lot of drinking. I did a lot of cussing, and God knows I did a lot of fighting. I'm not that person no more.
Amen.
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 That garment has been stripped off of me. However, I did tell the insurance company I thought they were a bunch of idiots. That was mild. At one time, I would have told them a whole bunch of other stuff.
Yep. Amen.
And then try to find where their office was. Lucky for them, it ain't nowhere close. Unlucky for us, it ain't nowhere close. Calling us a liar. Everybody knows what happened to Tiffany's car.
Oh, yeah.
No. Yeah.
She was coming out the driveway one morning as Anthony was coming in the driveway. She stopped, he didn't. It's bad. Then in her own front car. She bent the hood somehow, can't open it. Radiator busted. And the insurance company says there ain't no way he could have done that. I beg your pardon. He did. He even called them and said, I was pulling in the driveway and didn't see my sister and I hit her. He owned up to it. And they're still calling us a liar. So I told them, I said, they said, well, it sounds like it could be an insurance fraud to us. I said, and it sounds like you all ain't nothing but a bunch of idiots to me. Sir, me, I ain't got nothing to hear from you. Huh? Yeah, they wanted us to go take pictures of what happened. We're not down on the end of the driveway where it happened. Things aren't going to look the same. So we took pictures of the front end of her car. It's obvious it's smashed. No, it didn't do no damage to his. He drives a Trailblazer. She drives a little car. Guess which one won? The one that's still on the road driving.
Yeah.
But if I still had on the old garment, if I still had on the old garment, Mom and Sis can tell you what kind of garment I wore back then.
Not a very nice one.
It wasn't nice at all. I wasn't a nice, sweet, spriggly person. Something like that would have set me over the edge. And I tell you what, let me find where you're at and I'll blow your building up. I would have said stupid stuff like that. But God changed this garment. And He put on a new garment. I don't threaten people like that.